Ari, please
We're back.
tell us, and we back. Ari, please tell us and the listeners a little bit about who you are, what you about, cuz.
What you about?
What's your background? Where you from? What's your name? What's your sign?
The 411.
Ooh, my signs.
What's your
too.
horoscope?
Word,
What's your
word,
rising?
word.
What's your
Oh, I love
what's
this.
your
I
sun?
love it.
What's it called? Sun?
The moon.
Yeah, the moon
rising.
stuff.
Oh shit, I forgot. I don't know what my sun is rising in, but
Do you know what your like?
I'm an
what's your-
Aries, man. Obviously,
You're
I'm
an Aries.
You know
the
I'm an Aries. You know I'm an
are.
Aries.
You are an Aries.
Fire. I think I'm the most stereotypical Aries.
What are you, Jermaine?
Libra gang. Gang. You
Oh.
already know.
Libra.
Libras
are
I'm just
literally
happy not
the-
Geminis. I don't trust
I
Geminis.
think I'm what, Libra,
Yeah.
Scorpio, cusp, something like that. That's what somebody told me.
Oh, really?
Since my birthday is so close to the Scorpio.
Wait, when's the Libra season?
It's when does it start?
It's
End
like,
of September.
Yeah, end of September to
Yeah.
end of October.
Oh, best time.
Oh.
October's very own.
October be the most lit month for birthdays.
It
Everybody's
really
birthday
is.
be in October.
True.
And they
Yeah.
all be in the same 2-week period.
Yeah, it's because of. You know what? Never mind.
No, say it.
Little grown folk conversation.
Grown folks talking. Anyways, I'm so excited to have you in the studio, Ari. I've been meaning to have you here for so long, and I'm glad we can do this. Yay.
Hey.
So, I have a question about your college experience. Specifically, one, did you come to Penn knowing that you wanted to do, movies and directing and all of those great and dandy things that we're going to look at you in about 5 years and be like, wow, I know her. Oh my God. Did you start out doing that, or were you did you take a class and you thought to yourself, wow, I actually enjoy this. Let me do more of it.
Yeah. I guess going back to the Type A Aries trope that is in my life, I have a little story. So when I was 10, my aunt gave me this little Hot Wheels film camera, and I literally filmed everything with it. I was in the backyard, in the dirt, recording my dog, random stuff like Apple ads, orange ads. I don't know, weird stuff like that. And then I went, let's see. And then in middle school, we had to choose what elective we wanted. And I was like, oh, obviously film because it's dope. So I got into this private school, from, I think it was my coach who was the athletic director of this really dope school. And there's hella, it just has so much money and so many people who are in the entertainment industry whose kids go to the school. So all the resources were amazing. So from there, I just kind of developed all my skills, and I was like, yep, this is what I want to do with my life. And then I came to Penn, and I was like, I'm going to do cinema studies. And I was like, sick, I'm going to do comm. And I was like, no, I'm going to do Africana. But then eventually I came back to cinema studies and comm. And yeah, I'm trying to tell stories that aren't usually... Or I think I'm more interested in sci-fi, because I think there's a lot of cool things you can do with race stuff in those movies.
That's so true.
That's cool. So what was your experience as a cinema studies major? What was it? What was it like? Was it a positive experience? What would you change about it? How'd it go?
And also, I assume there's a lot of overlap between, between cinema studies and comm classes. So can you talk a little bit about that, and how you also said Africana? I feel like a lot of people have people take one class and they're like, wow, this is super cool. I want to just take more classes like this forever.
Yes, but also I was so stressed in Africana. I was like, my
Yeah.
heart can't take this. I can't do it.
It's really taxing.
It is. I can. But let's see. Cinema studies is really cool because, particularly I liked the requirement that we have to take classes related to other countries' cinema. So one of my favorite classes has been this Iranian cinema class, and it's cool because essentially their film industry is so tied with their government. So it's interesting to see what is censored, and then how people go around the censorship. And it was cool to learn about Iran through film. I learned so much about their gender politics, religion. Yeah.
Dope.
But yeah, cinema studies is pretty theoretical. There were a lot of classes where I was I think film theory is very important because you're learning about how every time I watch a movie now, I'm I see all of the undertones or things that certain let me think of an example. Like I can't calmly watch a movie anymore.
Like the little nuances that
Yeah.
Like what all the facets that like
Yeah.
make up the movie.
Like I
Yeah.
got to go see what is it? Sorry, who's the dude who's in Get Out? Who's the one who
Daniel Kaluuya.
the dude? Lakeith?
Oh, Lakeith. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
So
guy?
he was in it. It was called Sorry for
Bothering
Bothering
You?
You.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to go to an early screening of it, and I was just like, oh my! I was so overwhelmed because I was like, there's so much happening here. That's so direct, but also there's so many undertones of it that.
So if you were to watch, you said that you don't watch movies calmly anymore, and would you say that you focus mostly on the writing or on the like how the movie is shot, or like what are some things that you focus the most on, considering that you study like film?
I think now it's really easy for me to see whether a movie is well shot or like what's going on in the cinematography and whether it's good or not. But yeah, I think I pay more attention to the writing because I think that's what's most important and what's the core of storytelling.
Oh my gosh, yo.
Yeah. And I think a lot of times too, films are like, they're like, oh, we don't need good writing. Like, we can just do whatever and just have nice cinematography and call it a day. And I'm just like,
it's so it never.
If the writing
works.
is bad, the whole thing falls apart.
Like that's why I feel like was one of the biggest problems with Infinity War. The writing was horrible.
and it was just like a whole bunch of action.
It's just,
Yes.
I need to see this movie.
It's just a lot of cliche and a lot of action. But I mean, it was cool in some parts. But I'm just like, yo, some of these, I'm like, dog, come on now.
And then like the pop culture references every once in a while.
I'm like, you definitely.
I'm like, I get.
I'm like,
some
oh,
movies
you
do
let.
that.
I'm like, you let your son write this line for you, didn't
Right?
you? Yeah.
Like,
I'm
is
like,
that
sure.
bad?
Like,
It's not bad. It's just like
I've
they
seen
tried
worse.
to do a lot.
I've seen worse, but
What's
it's
worse?
not like good.
What's
oh,
worse
yo.
than Infinity War?
Yo, Truth or have you seen Truth or Dare?
No, I don't
Bro.
want to
It's like
see it.
it's
I'm
like
scared.
it's like a knockoff Would You Rather, and
It's
Would You
not
Rather
even-
is on Netflix, and it's like a decent. It's actually a like I watch horror movies
I love horror
because
movies.
a decent horror movie I think is like it's hard to have a decent horror movie because all of them are just gonna be like cliche and like someone's dying, like someone's gonna pop out maybe, but like.
Yeah. No, watch Truth or Dare and
Do
tell
I
me
need to? I'm scared.
Lucy Hale, that
I'm
bitch
gonna wait for
from
it to come on
Pretty Little
Netflix.
Liars.
tell me you don't get a migraine, yo. Honestly, it was
It's that
enjoyable.
bad?
It was
Dang.
so bad that it was enjoyable to watch. Like
Yeah.
it turned into a comedy.
Yeah,
It wasn't a comedy. It looked like
Damn.
it.
No, it was not.
it's not supposed to be.
Really?
It
You know
felt
when
like
something's so serious that it's just funny.
yeah.
'Cause-
It felt like I was watching.
Wait,
a
is this the
comedy.
one? Is this the one with Rachel McAdams? Am I thinking about a completely
Lucy
different movie?
Hale.
I have no idea. What
Where
this
they had
is.
like the
very
weird
plain looking.
smiley faces and like yeah, it was weird.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
She's like,
Oh,
truth or
yeah.
dare. Oh, you have was in the trailer or something. It was like you have to trust me. You have to like stab your something.
Yeah,
it was
it's
like
like,
you
you
have
have
to cut off your arm. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, you gotta cut out your tongue. You gotta
gotta cut
break
out
your
your tongue.
hand. And I'm like, all right,
What?
this
Break
is a
your
lot.
own hand.
Ew.
I'd be,
It's a lot.
not I.
But it's funny.
Wait,
It's
was
really
this in
funny.
the theaters?
Yeah, no, it's in theaters right now.
Mhm.
See, that's what I'm saying though. It's so shocking how many bad movies there are out there.
Mhm. Yeah, and bad documentaries like Rachel Dolezal's that came out yesterday, and it's on
Oh.
Netflix now.
All right.
They're really trying to get me. I'm not gonna click on it. Won't give her one statistic.
All
Anyway,
Yikes.
it's okay. It's okay. It's fine.
Whoop scoop.
Whoop-de scoop.
Scoop-a-doop
Poop.
poop.
Whoop diddy scoop.
So, can you talk to us a little bit about your creative endeavors, what you've been up to, what you want to be up to? Who are some of your role models, if you have any, or mentors in this wonderful realm of film and theater and things of that nature?
Yeah, how you
Whoa,
about to
this is
take
tough.
over the future, Ari?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Let us know.
LMK.
Let us
LMK.
know.
There's so many questions. Okay. Well, first, like right now, I'm working on a project with Sydney. I'm gonna give him a quick little shout out. Janelle
Shout out
Burke.
to Sydney.
So yeah, Sydney Rodriguez, Kai Cornier,
Shout out to Kai.
Mary Osanlana.
Shout out to Lil Lamb.
Lil Lamb, Lil Lamb, and who else is doing it? Oh, Saida. Can't forget
Shout
her.
out to Saida.
And we're doing this project that we've been working on it for a couple of months, and we did like a storyboard. We did a little script, and it was so cute. We'd like meet at Sydney's house and all gather around and be like, "Ooh, what are our ideas?" And it was ultimately Sydney's idea. It was like one of her dreams, and it's so cool. And we submitted it to this AT&T Shape competition. And yeah, now we're waiting to hear back. I think we hear back in 5 days.
Cool.
Ooh,
Yo, well, best
So we'll
of
see.
luck. That's dope.
that sounds
Yeah.
really cool.
If we get it, we get a whole studio on Warner Brothers lot.
Are you
to
serious?
film.
That's awesome.
We get to film. I think it's only an hour, but
Dang.
I'm like, that's so rude to give us 1 hour to film.
1
in a studio.
hour?
I think so.
That's petty.
You need to
But
you
it-
need to go in there knowing exactly what you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah.
It's something though, but that's
Yeah.
kind
It
of
is.
petty from
It is
Warner.
petty.
If you need an extra, let me know.
Word. Are you trying to fly out to LA? We got to film in LA.
Hey, you know I'll be
Yes.
there this summer.
Yes.
So
Oh, you're gonna be there in the summer?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hey, love my city.
Let us know. Let us know. We'll be in the background, like doing something.
Word,
stupid,
yeah.
probably. All right.
We do need some extras.
That sounds super cool. Well, who are your role models or mentors?
Ooh. I love doing that. What's this from?
Oh,
Who did that?
it's an animated movie, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the little boy, the
No, little girl.
Uh,
Despicable Me. Boom.
Yes.
Got it.
Oh yeah, I've
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
never
yeah.
seen any of those
me
movies.
either.
What? Those are
You
so
know, he's like
good.
the dad is like a meme now.
Yes,
Like,
yes, all
the
over Twitter.
Goral,
Goral.
Goral or whatever.
Gru? Gru?
Yes.
Yeah,
but
that
like
one.
the
Gr-
yeah,
Gr- Dur?
but like he's been saying girl. on
Yeah, how he
Twitter,
says
like,
girl is Goral.
People have
or
been
whatever.
taking
I
his
need to get
face
on
He was
and
Twitter.
putting
making
it
a
on
meme.
everything. Like it's
Goral,
Twitter's just
Goral,
Twitter.
Goral, you thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
Well,
I was like, wow. When they put it on that dude, that video.
Thicker than
I
a
was
bowl of
like,
oatmeal.
wow.
People said that about the baton girl from the Coachella, Beyonce, like her.
Oh
her-
yeah, yeah.
They said why is she thicker than a bowl of oatmeal?
Nah, that's one of the
Stop.
funniest memes. Have you seen it?
I've not seen it.
So basically, it's a meme. The district attorney, somebody's attorney, is
Mhm.
reading out what this inmate had said, and she was like, "So did you really say, girl, you were thicker than a bowl of oatmeal?"
No!
And he's just like,
And he's legit just like,
he's just like shoulder shrug.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm weak. I need to get on Twitter. I'm trying.
You
I've been
should.
tweeting every other day.
I feel like
I'm
you
like,
should.
ooh.
I feel like you'd be great.
I'm trying to succeed. It's hard.
So,
Okay,
Trying
sorry.
to
Role
succeed.
models.
who are your role models?
Or it's more so, obviously Ava DuVernay.
Love her.
Mm.
Obviously not Spike Lee. Sorry,
Oh,
I just.
gosh.
Oh, do I need? I
No,
just-
you can. I'm actually really,
Uh,
really curious to know
I,
how you feel about
Mm,
Lil
mm.
Spike.
ooh. I like his film aesthetics. I do. It's cool. But his stories, there's always something where I'm like, this is just wrong.
Yep.
This is wrong. Like you
Yep.
can totally tell. What's the new show he just did over? That was a movie. She's Gotta Have It.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, you could just tell there's like a whole bunch of old people and sorry, old people. Oh, they're not gonna hear this. It just seems
They're
like
not.
there's so many old people in the writers' room who are trying to be like trendy and be like
Trying to be
hashtag
hip.
woke.
Oh,
I'm like,
no.
please stop. So not Spike Lee. Who else? I really like obviously Christopher Nolan. Like I love
Mhm.
what's funny is once we were talking so there's this thing called Roads to LA, where all the seniors meet every Friday and talk to some executives.
Mhm.
And this dude he was like, oh, like what kind of movies do you want to make? And I was like, big budget. And he was like, what genre? I was like, sci-fi.
Yo.
Well, I just want to have a whole bunch of money, you know, that I
Yeah.
can just throw around. And also, I feel like sci-fi allows you to just spend money ridiculously.
I feel like you have to have
Yeah.
like
For all the
Yeah,
effects.
those
Yeah.
I
those
love it,
effects
though.
budgets, dog.
and those take
Yeah,
years.
seriously.
Yeah. That sounds dope.
Yeah, so Christopher Nolan, he has some cool movies. There's this movie called The Lobster. Who's directed that? Let me see. I'm gonna mark this. Oh my god, but it's like this Greek film director who does some really weird movies. But I'm like, I'm trying to be on this. Oh, Yorgos Latimos. The Lobster is like, yeah, one of those movies where I'm like, whoa, I need to be on this. I also really liked Her, and I feel like I can make movies like that.
I love the movie Her. That's actually
Yeah.
one of my that is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah,
I've never
seriously.
seen it. What is the what's the
Oh.
like
Ooh, got
summer?
some
What's
Scarlett
the plot?
Johansson.
Yeah. So pretty much this man is lonely and he meets or he sees this ad pretty much for this like Siri type thing.
Is that the one
then he
with like
falls
the
in love with his
ball,
Siri.
like the
Yeah.
the ball thing, and then got okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a white robot like ball
wait.
kind of thing. Isn't that it?
You lost me, bro.
White robot.
No, she's all
Um,
in like a headset.
Oh, it's like in his headset. I
Yeah.
think I've heard of it. Yeah, yeah.
And then
He
they
has,
fall
like,
in
a
love.
little-
She's like, I'm
yeah.
actually in love with a whole bunch of other people too.
It's
Bye.
pretty much like
Sorry
a
to
Siri
ruin
that he falls in love with.
Right. It's some
Yeah.
dude with like
A
glasses and a.
Siri.
It's a dude. It's some dude with like glasses and a
Yes.
thick mustache.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, but it's like wonderfully filmed, and the
Yes.
writing is off, like
so good.
so good. But
Also, Alfonso Cuarón. I love his movies.
Mhm.
Children of Men, ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so
Wow.
much.
So the list
Ugh,
continues.
ugh. There's so many, but I want to be a producer, so it'd be more so I'd be working with, so the producer is basically the person who like gets the budget, chooses, helps choose the actors, chooses director, like gets people on a script and gets them motivated and pumped for it, and then kind of like carries it out through.
Because I was wondering for a while what the difference between a producer and a director is. Like, I was curious for a while. Sometimes I think that they overlap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think some people executive produce and direct at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So can you talk a little bit about your experience studying abroad and any like how great that was, because I'm sure you had a wonderful time. And if anyone is listening to this who's like considering going abroad or something like that, do you have any advice to give them?
Yeah, so I came into Penn. I was like, I'm about to go abroad. Honestly, I made money going abroad. I made so much money. Okay, not that much money. Let's calm down. I was like, wait a second.
I'm like, oh, hello.
I said, well, hello then.
Let me tell you this abroad application right now. Like, what?
Yeah, because Days is going to Cannes. Oh my God, Cannes was incredible. Would recommend if anyone that does cinema studies. But yeah, I watched like over 25 movies. Got to go on the red carpet. There was some bomb food. It was just amazing. The beach was dope. I'm trying to be there. See, that's where I'm trying to be in 10 years. I want to be. I don't want to be like begging for tickets. I'm trying to be like having tickets and giving them out to little kids on the side. Let's see, what else did I do? I got to go. I think after my freshman year, I went to Madrid for 6 weeks, and I didn't like Spain that much, honestly. Madrid is just like a whole bunch of old people who stare at you because you're black.
That's actually true though. Like, I'm not like not even.
Yeah, I heard
Like,
Spain
it's
is
so
like
weird.
hella racist.
Yeah.
It's like
Even though there are black Spanish people though.
It's none of my
strange.
business. It's none of my business.
Anyways,
yikes.
people say
Barcelona's dope,
African American and they're like from Europe.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry, it's just something I don't like that people say.
People who say this.
They're no, like, like those people who are not as comfortable saying black, so they'll just say African American, but they'll say African American for someone who like isn't African American.
Yeah. No,
like,
I don't like African American.
Me either.
I just say black.
Yeah.
Me too. It's shorter and it's also more accurate.
Yeah.
And, anyways.
Scoopity whoop.
Diddy scoop.
You have any advice for people who are studying abroad or no?
Oh yeah. Also go to Melbourne, Australia. Best city, most livable city in the world.
It is. I lived there.
You did?
Mhm.
What?
Mhm.
When?
3 years when I was like,
Whoa.
it was 4 to 7.
Okay,
I was young.
so you don't remember. Kinda?
Yeah,
Why
I remember
Melbourne?
parts. I like went back because my dad is in finance. We moved around a lot, so I was in Australia for a little bit,
That's
living in
dope.
Melbourne. It was super dope. Except for the summer, we would always leave because my word, like because my word.
That's that desert. Somewhere,
Yeah. Yeah, that's that dry heat, and the spiders are like as big as
Wait,
your hand.
what? It was that hot?
Mhm.
Oh, I think I was
Yeah.
there in the winter.
That's like right on the equator and everything like that.
Wow, you guys know your geography.
No, I
Dang.
I aced those continents.
Yeah, you know.
quizzes
Yeah, you
in
know.
elementary school.
my
Social
states
studies.
and capitals. I know.
Them social studies.
Oh my gosh.
Y'all been seeing these pictures from like Arizona summers of like everything melting?
Yes.
What?
That's
Like,
literally a stop
yo.
sign is like melted. I'm
What?
like,
Yeah,
you
like the
know,
signs will melt,
Oh
the
my
guardrails will like bend and stuff because
Mm-mm.
it's just so hot. And I'm like, wow, that's
I'd be damned if I'm
Mm.
walking on the sidewalk and it fucking like liquefies under my under my
Oh
foot.
my
Like,
God, stop.
that's bugging,
I
bro.
can't even imagine. This
Somebody
scene outside's really
said,
hot.
somebody on Twitter's like, oh, y'all living in hell over there. I was like, "Yeah, that's what it looked like.
So we were wondering if
Sorry.
we could also have a flash round where we ask you some quick questions that you haven't seen any of these, and just say the first thing that comes to mind for these. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
You want to start this?
Already.
Boom.
Now these are like quick answers. It's got to be the
Oh,
first
God.
No
thing.
thinking.
I
No
hope
You got
thinking.
less than
No
3
thinking.
seconds. First thing that comes to your head. We want the truth.
All right.
Yeah.
The
let's
quick
go.
truth.
Let's go. Let's get it.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Favorite seasoning.
Oh. No. I said salt. Salt came to my head.
That's okay. That's okay.
It's
Jordan
cool.
also said salt.
Salt. It's
It's
based
a
next.
necessity.
Your favorite Avenger.
Ooh, Black Panther, duh.
What's your opinion on yams?
Oh my God! Don't even get me started. Yo,
Is that
yams.
a good or a bad like?
I used to eat yams like every day.
Okay, okay.
So, spring, summer, winter, or fall?
Summer.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Oh, God.
Sushi, yams, or Ben and Jerry's.
Oh, I have to choose it. I have to choose it. Okay, I'd fuck sushi. That sounds hot. I'd marry Ben and Jerry's. And then what's the other one?
Kill.
You kill yams?
Oh my God! All right, let's kill Ben and Jerry. Let's marry the
Yeah.
yam.
Word.
One gotta go. Fenty Beauty, Ivy Park, or the pink print?
Fenty.
Ooh, favorite snack.
Goldfish?
Favorite Disney movie?
Oh my God, Moana came to mind first. That's a hard one, yo. You gotta give me some time for that. There's so many.
All right, we'll give you some time for the next one. Favorite Disney song.
Oh God, stop it. I love the whole Lilo and Stitch soundtrack though. So
You got some?
I'm
You
have
got
to do
any
it.
bars from it right now? A little rendition.
there's no place I'd rather be.
Hey,
Out the ocean, out at sea.
that's such a good song.
Oh, it's a bop.
So, who do you have in a fight, Miguel or Bruno Mars?
Who'd I'd have to fight?
Who would you like? Who would you think would win in a fight
Oh,
between
Bruno
Miguel
Mars
and
or-
Bruno Mars?
Miguel, because he's crazy. Bruno Mars would just be like, I gotta go. He just dipped. Yo, he might be able to finagle his way out of that situation.
He might like shimmy his way out.
I feel like Bruno Mars, by default of him being good at defense. That's what I think.
Well, thank you, Ari, for stopping by.
I hope that wasn't too intense.
That was a lot of fun.
Oh my God.
This was fun.
And I learned a lot. Yay.
I did.
Thank you, Ari, for stopping by the studio. We'd like to
Yes,
also
yes.
thank Mary, Zach, Maddie, and everyone else who made this podcast what it is.
Zach always gets that credit. He's never in the room.
Yeah. but you know, we're giving credit
Put it
where
on
credit is
blast,
due.
you know? He helped us get the spaceman, so
Yeah.
it's all good. Gotta give him his props.
So please be sure to like and subscribe.
Yes, sir.
Follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and like us on Facebook. We're on SoundCloud. We're on Apple. We're on all that. So if you like it, be sure to rate, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Ari, do you have any, things you want to
Ooh,
put out?
do
Any
I?
handles?
What's
Do I?
upcoming?
Yo, get ready for my next mixtape, 21 Bars. Each song is about a different beverage, important things.
Hey,
Oh.
okay.
We got a Spanish song, too.
Hey,
That's
okay.
Right. That's right.
Lit,
That's
lit,
right.
lit, lit.
Also, follow my Man Bun Instagram. It is
Hey.
The Collective Man Bun.
Mm,
That's the handle.
I like it. They were actually on our Instagram Live earlier, courtesy of Lil Lamb.
Mm.
It said the Collective Man Bun joined. I said, who? But
The page speaks for itself.
Word. I'll check that out. Anything else? Any other
Any other shout outs
Instagram handles, Twitter accounts?
I don't need some sus people following me.
You right. You right. You never know who listens.
I feel you.
You never know who's listening.
We got listeners over the globe apparently.
We
It's dope to
really
see.
do though.
It's
We
dope
have-
to see.
yeah, no, we really do. So
Where? Who's
Like,
listening?
We have people
India.
from India,
Yeah,
Australia.
Greece. Well, Greece is like Kelsey and them. Shout out to Kelsey. London, all that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dope. International reach.
So
Nice.
We do art sometimes.
Expanding.
we try,
Power moves.
trying to do big things out here.
Big things only.
Big only.
What is that?
No, I just have you ever seen that video of like those two girls and they're like just the same? Have you? You need to get on Twitter.
Yeah, you missing a lot on Twitter, dog.
I'm trying so hard. Because Black People Vines isn't a thing anymore,
Yeah.
so I'm not caught up.
They're like good vibes only.
Yeah, black Twitter is always thriving. You gotta
Yo.
get integrated.
That's where all of humor comes from. I'm pretty sure it all comes from Twitter, but
I
Black
can see that.
Twitter. So yeah.
I'm trying to do better, okay?
Yay.
Alright, next steps, get Ari a Twitter.
Yes.
I have a Twitter.
Oh, what you?
I
Where you at? This whole time I thought you didn't have a Twitter.
I have a Twitter. I just don't know how to use it right.
All right,
I've
we
had
gonna
it since
help you out.
2010 too.
Girl.
We got you, girl.
Girl.
We done. This has been another episode of Unseasoned. Appreciate y'all.
Thank
we
you
are
guys so much.
is out of his house.
Ow, ow, ow.
Peace out. 8 out.
Move to the scoop.
Doot, 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 doot. Doot, 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 doot.
Bump, 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 bump.
Great content.